I, sh I shut it off right as, is that mom or is that dad? So somebody just arrived on scene right as I shut it off, that there are the proud parents. So we know.
Look at the baby. Oh, and the mommy and daddy are there.
So
that is so cool.
Again, I'm tempted to take this back to Walter, who probably doesn't do internet, and let him do some interpretation of what's going on in this scene. Because the story of Walter there at Ormond Beach begins with him being a high school student who is given an assignment, and he didn't find his eagle that he was looking for in that assignment, and then later, many years later, actually was so excited there at Ormond Beach, which he considers now home, and I mean just absolutely his home. His eagle landed there, that he was looking for as a high school student doing that assignment for, I'm not sure what class it was. I don't know that that was identified in the article. But I am very tempted to take this video to Walter there, who doesn't leave that birdwatching site and assignment of his where he is steward. And I don't know whether he has any interest. He probably has no interest in, as you heard him express, in a picture of. He actually stated that everybody sees these pictures or moving pictures, and he described about the peregrine falcon, which is the fastest bird in the world, actually seeing one in action. Not a film of it, but it's quite something to see the actual bird that is the fastest bird in the world going from the top of a telephone pole to capture its prey. So I don't know that he would be particularly interested in this, but he would probably have a lot of knowledge about describing what we are seeing. So I was wondering whether I was going to see actual feeding going on. You saw the fish lifted up. I guess that's... I didn't see the adult tear anything off of that fish or lizard. I can't really tell what it was. Long dead thing coming back to the babies with seeming the intention to feed them. So back to the camera, which is, hey, bird after my own heart. Yeah, I'm not wanting to be the focal point of a camera, as was that volunteer. And I do try and be respectful, and I did hear those visitors say, oh, we don't want to be on camera. And that is the concern about when you're in a public place and people are videotaping, that you may be put up on the internet because you happen to be in a public place when someone was filming, and they put that up on YouTube. And I mean, that's the reality we live with these days. I live with that reality. I don't like my picture taken at all, and I certainly don't want it put up on the internet. But if I'm in a public place and somebody's doing, videotaping, that's something that we all deal with these days. So I think I'm going to go back now to documenting the state of the coast and some of the other juxtapositions of agriculture with parks, with power companies, with tourist facilities, with residences, with hospitality. I'm going to try and get some of all of that is going on here as it is now, realizing that unless there's an intention to preserve this as ecotourism, these may be shots of things that the last of that you're ever going to see, because when we revisit this, there's something man-made that has completely altered the environment. So hopefully this area will do as they have done in Costa Rica and Guatemala, Nicaragua, where they can get people to pay to preserve for ecotourism, that it becomes more financially beneficial to the people who control that environment to preserve it for tourists than to hand it off to developers. And there I am, I think, showing you that little baby actually being fed. Ooh, sibling rivalry already. Okay, I'm back in the car and back down the coast.